Hello everyone, in this video we are going to continue our free crash course for IIT JAM Chemistry 2022, and in this video we are going to do Chemical Kinetics Part 2. Hello everyone, this is Karan from IIT Delhi and I welcome all of you to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. If you are new to our channel, then please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Let's move on to the video. In the last lecture, we had covered elementary ideas about kinetics. We dealt with first order, second order and so on, and we dealt with half-life and the various formulas. So I would like to mention that there are two types of reaction. First is elementary reaction and second is the complex reaction. Okay. Elementary reaction is a reaction which takes place in one step, or it is a single step reaction. Whereas complex reaction is a multi-step reaction. Okay. Elementary reaction order is equal to molecularity, whereas complex reaction order is not equal to molecularity. Okay. Now, approximations to study complex reactions. There are various approximations which are required to study complex reactions since they are complex, obviously. So for studying them, we will be dealing with mechanisms. We will be given mechanisms and we will be writing the rate of reaction. So for writing the rate of reaction, we have to consider 2 points, that if slow and fast step is given, then we are going to write the rate of reaction always in terms of slowest step, because slowest step is the rate determining step. Okay. But if slow and fast step is not given, then rate is to be determined in the product forming step. For example, if A is giving B and B is giving C, so here C is the product, so we will be writing the rate in terms of this step, B giving C step. Okay. Now moving on to the approximations. The first approximation is equilibrium approximation. It is applied when the equilibria is given and slow and fast step is given. First of all, there is and, means both of the conditions have to be satisfied. Only then you can apply equilibrium approximation. If any of the one condition is not given, then you can never apply equilibrium approximation. So see how you have to apply. Example A equilibrium to B. The rate constant for forward reaction is K1 and rate constant for the backward reaction is K minus 1, and the step is very slow step. Okay. So how to deal with equilibrium? You always know that K equilibrium is K forward divided by K backward is equal to product concentration divided by reactant concentration. So this is the way how I have written the approximation. Okay. Now the second approximation is steady state approximation, known as SSA. So first of all, what it states is net rate of formation of intermediate is 0. That is, rate of formation of intermediate is equal to rate of disappearance of intermediate. Okay, very important point. How, suppose the reaction is A giving B giving C. I will be dealing with examples and we will also be dealing with such reactions in this video only, so please stay tuned till the end and do like the video if you are actually getting benefit from it. Okay, so A is the reactant, B is the intermediate and C is the product. So we will be saying that the intermediate will be formed so fast that the net rate of formation is 0. That is, rate of formation, that is dB by dt, is equal to rate of disappearance, that is minus dB by dt. Clear? And when it is to be applied, it is to be applied when slow or fast not given or equilibrium not given. Basically, the conditions for equilibrium approximation should be nullified, then only you can apply. Any one conditions for it should be nullified, either equilibrium not given or slow fast not given. If any of the one conditions is being satisfied, then you can use SSA. Okay, anyone, if slow fast not given or equilibrium not given, you can use. Let's move to the example. A giving B fast, B giving C K2 with a slow. So here equilibrium is not given and hence we cannot use equilibrium approximation and we will be using SSA here. So A is the reactant, B is the intermediate, and C is the final product. So here fast and slow is given, so we will be writing the rate in terms of slowest step, that is the slow step. So it is the slow step, so we will be writing rate is equal to K2 in the concentration of reactant, which is B. So you know here B is the intermediate. We can never leave the rate expression in terms of intermediate. So for that, now we will have to apply the approximations. So approximation is to be applicable is SSA. So applying SSA to concentration of B, we will be applying is dB by dt is equal to 0. How we will be writing dB by dt now? Now check the first reaction. In this, B is getting formed. So the reaction will be positive. Rate will be positive. So plus K1, the rate constant is K1 into A. Then in the second step, B giving C, B is getting consumed. So minus will be there and K2 and B. This is equal to 0. The solving we will be getting B, concentration of B is K1 upon K2 into concentration of A. Now using this concentration of B in equation 1, we are writing this, rate is equal to this. So finally we are getting rate is equal to K1 into A. Always remember, you can never leave the rate in terms of intermediate concentration. Always the rate expression should be in terms of reactant concentration. So how can we represent it? We can represent it K effective into A after solving. So if in place of K effective it is K1, in JAM 2021 the question which came was, in place of K effective we were getting a mixed expression of K1, K2 and so on, and we were required to put the values and solve the answer. So just remember, K effective is the K which we are getting here in terms of, here in place of like before concentration of A, okay, in the final expression. Now this is all about approximations. I hope you must have understood it. Now we have to deal with three types of reactions, which is first order reversible reactions, second is parallel reactions, and third is consecutive reactions. Very important point. Very. Reversible reactions are also known as opposing reactions, whereas consecutive reactions are also known as chain reactions or sequential reactions, and parallel reactions are also known as side reactions. Now the derivations are not of use for you because you just need to remember the formula. So I will just be writing the formulas for you. I hope, I know this can be boring for you, but you have to remember. You can just repeat it along with me and you can later on study and write it down and study from your notes. Okay. First order opposed by first order. A is giving B. Equilibrium means rate constant of forward reaction is K1 and rate constant for backward reaction is K minus 1. At T is equal to 0, the concentration is A of reactant initial and B has not been formed, it is 0. T is equal to T. At any instant time T, A minus X and X, because X moles got consumed. And at time T is equal to T equilibrium, we are saying that some equilibrium concentration, we are saying that equilibrium concentration is different from concentration at time T. So always remember, Xc ka formula here, it is given K1A upon K1 plus K inverse. X ka formula here is given using Xc we can, and A we already know, we can calculate the concentrations of A at time T, B at time T, A at time equilibrium and B at time equilibrium. I know this can be boring for you, but you have to remember. Let's move to the parallel reaction kinetics. What do you mean by parallel reaction kinetics? The reactant is A, it is going through two different reactions. For the best example for it is, if you nitrate phenol. So here you get two products, ortho and para. Basically it is following two different pathways, two different reactions. So the rate constant for first is K1 and the rate constant for second is K2. Here it is the reaction basically, and we are getting N1 moles of B and we are getting N2 moles of C. So the most important formula is the ratio of concentrations of the product. So concentration of B divided by concentration of C is equal to N1 K1 divided by N2 K2, the respective ratios of the rate constants. Okay. Now, the question which comes in exam is calculate the percentage composition. So the percentage composition of B will be the rate constant for the B wala product upon sum of both the rate constant into 100. Clear? Now over, and you can calculate percentage C also by this 100 minus B. Okay. Now overall activation energy, if activation energy for the first reaction is E1 and activation energy for the second reaction is E2, then this is the formula which you will use to calculate overall activation energy. I know this might seem boring to you, but this is what you have to study for exam, because that's a crash course I'm dealing with. So this is the way you have to study it for maximum output. Okay. Now third reactions, and the last reaction is consecutive reactions. Chain reactions also, it is also known as sequential reactions. How it proceeds? This is A giving B and in sequence B giving C. This is how it proceeds. This is how generally all organic reactions proceed. Okay. So the concentration of A at time t is given by this formula. Concentration of B at time t is given by this formula. Concentration of C at time t is given by this. A0 is the initial concentration which you will be taking. And how it proceeds is, first of all, A will be reacting to give B, A will get consumed and B will start forming. Then B will reach its maximum and then B will start decomposing to form C. So the time at which B concentration or the concentration of intermediate is maximum is known as Tmax. Sure. So this is the formula, and what will be the concentration of B at Tmax is known as Bmax. So it is the formula. I know this was all formula based because I can't deal with derivations in the crash course. So, and this concentration of B formula came in IIT JAM 2021. You can do one thing, just write these down, and just before going to your examination hall or just before one day, your exam is on 13th February, you can revise all the formulas on 12th of February. You have to keep revising all through, like whole journey. You have to keep revising through whole journey, but strictly you should revise. You should don't forget to revise. You should not forget to revise it on 12th and 13th. Okay, February 2022. So this is all about chemical kinetics part 2. We will be dealing with Michaelis-Menten's equation, that is enzyme catalysis, in the next video. So stay tuned till the next video only on Chemistry with Karan. Thank you so much.